One of the exciting things about playing mountain golf in Canada is the interaction with wildlife, and here at the Whistler Golf Club it's no exception. With us, it's the black bears. Approximately 50 to 70 bears visit the valley a year, and on the unfortunate side, on average, there's been about 9 bears that have had to be put down yearly due to human interaction. The goal of this video is to show you your role in ensuring that the bears that do visit the valley visit for natural reasons so they can graze properly, and what we're trying to do is avoid all contact with human food and waste. So watch this video and learn.
As part of our Audubon certification program, we're working on an environmental case study on bear awareness with 3 main goals. 1, safety and training for staff. 2, educating guests. And 3, increasing bear habitat and management for safe corridors for bears to travel around the golf course. In regards to our bear habitat, we've allowed a lot of natural areas around the golf course for the bears to be in their natural environment. We've planted native trees and allowing native berries and shrubs to thrive in these areas. Let's go over some of the basics. Never approach a bear or allow any of our guests to approach bears. Contact golf operations when you see a bear on course and let them know if a bear has any markings such as colored ear tags or a collar on. Our goal is to eliminate all human food sources that attract bears. They include the storage units behind Palmer's Gallery are a big bear attractant. We have a lot of non-perishable food items stored in here. So throughout the day or at the end of the shift, let's just make sure that these are always locked and secured. The dumpsters at the back end of the maintenance shop is where we put all our garbage. So definitely a bear attractant area. So not only do we have to make sure our lid is secure, but the bears can put their paws in here. So the secondary bar is very important. The Green Monster, as we call it here, stores all our recyclables that come off the golf course and out of the restaurant. Beer cans, pop cans, plastic bottles. So again, definitely a spot that needs to be locked and secured throughout your shift and at the end of the night. The halfway hut is another hot spot for bears. It's vital to make sure that there's nothing left outside the hut at the end of shift and everything's secured properly. It is important to communicate to guests and other team members when bears are on the course. The first tee host will inform guests when bears are on the course and to keep all food items close to you at all times. The beverage cart will inform guests not to store any food items in their golf bags. They will also take all their trash and recyclables from the guests during their round. The maintenance team will ensure all trash and recyclables are sorted daily and brought off the course nightly. By everybody doing their part and being bear aware, we can avoid situations like this we had at the halfway hut a few years back.
So it's really important that bears don't learn to associate people and their golf bags with the availability of food or golf carts. So if we can keep food out of the carts and food out of people's golf bags, that is super important. And the reason being is that the golf course can kind of become a kindergarten for bears. And once they learn that people have food, their golf bags or golf carts have food, and they make that association, we start to create a problem and we start to have conflict with bears on a more regular basis. And eventually they will go on to move into residential areas and go into people's homes looking for food. That seems to be the last place that we have a problem, because after that they are killed. So that's the last thing we really want to have happen. The ideal is to coexist with bears so that they can graze on the golf course, eat some dandelions away from people, and not learn to associate people with the food, because that's the time that we run into trouble. So everything we can do to avoid that, that's what we want to do. So if staff see a bear approaching the restaurant or say the halfway hut, a good thing to do would be to try to make some noise to deter the bear. So if you have some pots and pans handy or any other kind of a noise deterrent, gather a group of staff together so that you are a more formidable deterrent as a group, and then yell at the bear and try to get them to move away from any people on the course and away from the restaurant. Make sure that the bear has a clear and escape route that's free of obstacles, and just try to deter the bear from continuing his approach. So if the bear comes any closer and perhaps comes on the patio or goes inside the restaurant or jumps in the window at the halfway hut, then you're going to need to call the Conservation Officer Service for help. A good number to remember is 905-BEAR. It's 604-905-2327. Or if you have a cell phone, you can just hit pound 7277.
So we hope you enjoyed the video. Our goal again for this season is make sure that you're safe when you're interacting with bears, ensure that our garbage is put in proper storage bins, and let's make sure that the bears of Whistler Valley have a nice safe place to graze in the spring season.